17, Mark. Tag them. Mud money, Mark. Start tagging these niggas, man. Whole lot of Mark shit. Motherfucking president, nigga. Y'all better listen to me. Let's get it.
Green man, 30 on me. Big bag, dirty on me. Yo ho, working on me. My niggas, murking homie. Hit his ass, laser tag. 50 round drum. 100 round drum. Mop him up when the time comes. Mask on, mask off. Big dog, big boss. You broke your loss. Like a tiger nigga, yeah ho. Green man doing numbers. I got hitters, I got runners. We gon' tag them by them commas. Yeah.
30 days straight, I've been trapping. Look what happened. Bitch, I'm acting. I know about your baby mama, she get nasty. Gotta tell them to chill. The younger with me, why that action? I be in the dungeon with dragons, hot boy shit. Demons and ashes, lady baby shit. Dope boy magic. You smell the gas through the plastic. Smoking on runs. I'm trying to stuff every gram in the blunt. Asking, this ain't what you want. That laser gon' make a bitch nigga freeze. He hit my line on a Wednesday. Saying to play up for Thursday. He coming back on a Friday. Asking why I didn't serve him. Boy, that little money ain't worth it. Me and you was the fee and the purpose. The president meaning I'm the plug. You lucky to see me in person, bitch. Hey, had to put the campaign on furlough. You know they be working shit. Ain't come for no problem, but shut up your partner. My youngin' be murking shit. Yeah, I taught him how to go get a bag. Flip the shit and make it flip again. Talking about she can do better than me. I tell that bitch, handle your business then. I'm a business and a businessman. I'm the reason why you say your baby daddy got a brand new dental plan. All the knocked out the middleman. Mud money, what I represent. Cause we got it out the mud, nigga. 10, 17 mile with us. Face shaking, I don't fuck with you. 30 days I was quarantined in the trap setting up plays, nigga. Glizzy louder than some barber clippers. I ain't gonna shoot the fade with you. Fujiana got smoke, I'ma make a call, send a couple grave diggers. He got WAP on the line telling me to chill, but they shouldn't have played with us on God. 30 days straight, I've been trapping. Look what happened. Bitch, I'm at it. I know about your baby mama, she get nasty. Gotta tell them to chill. The younger with me, by that action. I be in the dungeon with dragons, hot boy shit. Demons and ashes, lady baby shit. Dope boy magic. You gotta get through the plastic. Smoking on runs. I'm trying to stuff every gram in the blood. Asking, this ain't what you want. That laser gon' make a bitch nigga freeze.
I grew up thuggin', muggin' on the block, pussy with them same niggas. Wreck round women every day, he got a big pistol, wig splitter. Pussy nigga on the net said he a real killer. Nigga, bitch. See his ass in person, nigga did the real thriller. Pussy nigga. I been round there, well, by myself, serving with a Drake. 10, 17, ice on me, try to take a shoot you in the face. Yeah, get him gone, bags in, bags out, chop. Julia hit my phone, say he got a country boy, I need to come tag. Yeah, I hit the road, AMG, S550, hit the gas. Pull up, so the nigga grab, yeah, hit the gas, he was mad. But I don't really give a fuck, I'm with the mob and pussy nigga on the boss. Ho, one call, I call Cream, he gon' come through and knock a nigga off. Jill told me don't do it, but I gotta get to a nigga raw. Ho, all the mud moving slow, yeah, real slow, nigga like a slow bitch. Pussy nigga try to diss me, can't diss me, boy, it's soft. Wop said don't play with nobody, fool, you better kill them all. Ho,
30 days straight, I've been trapping. Look what happened. Bitch, I'm at it. I know about your baby mama, she get nasty. Gotta tell them to chill. The younger with me, by that action. I be in the dungeon with dragons, hot boy shit. Demons and ashes, lady baby shit. Dope boy magic. You gotta get through the plastic. Smoking on runs. I'm trying to stuff every gram in the blood. Asking, this ain't what you want. That laser gon' make a bitch nigga freeze. Tag it.
One just tell me, yeah. One just tell me. All day. Yeah. One just tell me, yeah. Yeah. One just tell me. You put the pressure on me. I see you're afraid to love me now. With all the things you believed, it's made your past so ugly now. We can't be friends. Give me your hand. Your love again. Just show me how this doesn't end. I'm here again. You want forever. Hold me. We go through the motions till the energy's up. I give you all my time till I'm not giving enough. If I could take my heart away like all my feelings was up, it would be easy, but I really can't be giving this up. We go through the motions till the energy's up. I give you all my time till I'm not giving enough. If I could take my heart away like all my feelings was up, it's never easy when it's love, so I'm not giving you up. It's the light. Me see your fear, me feel you push away from me. Teach me how to love. You are just right, you and me cut me out. Take me a dance, give me your hand, make me a man, love me down. You wanna win, you've never had. Soon as I'm in, I'll tell you. We go through the motions till the energy's up. I give you all my time, still I'm not giving enough. If I could take my heart away like all my feelings was up, it would be easy, but I really can't be giving this up. We go through the motions till the energy's up. I give you all my time, still I'm not giving enough. If I could take my heart away like all my feelings was up, it's never easy when it's love, so I'm not giving you up. But still like, me see your fear, me feel you push away from me. Teach me how to love, you are just right, you and me alike. And girl, you got to stay around me, yeah. Baby, if you want more love, one just tell me, yeah. Me never again say it's too much, me too ready, yeah. More love, I won't let your heart break. Mr. Sunday morning, make it easy for your hard day. Gotta learn to feel again, we gon' do it our way. Put myself all over you, wrap you up in star K. Want more, you ain't gotta come for. It's already done for, even dropping encore. You've been on a hunt for somebody to make you feel differently. 2020 vision, it's a different me, yeah, yeah. Me see your fear, me feel you push away from me. Teach me how to love, you are just right, you and me alike. And girl, you got to stay around me, yeah. Baby, if you want more love, one just tell me, yeah. Me never again say it's too much. Don't hold back. Baby, if you want more, baby, if you want more, baby, if you want more.
This shit crazy, man. I had another dream the other day, man. Niggas try to kill me again. You know what I mean? People try to take me away from my family, you know what I mean? Upstate hustle. Yeah. I had another dream again. Niggas try to kill me again. Try to kill me again. I had another dream the other day. People try to take me away. They try to take me away. Had another dream again. Niggas try to kill me again. Try to kill me again. Had another dream the other day. People wanna slide my way. They try to slide my way. Had another dream again. Had another dream again. I had a dream again. I think about it every day. Had another dream again. I had a dream again. Had another dream again. Niggas try to kill me again. They try to kill me again. Had another dream the other day. Niggas try to take me away. I used to hustle out the house, now I trap with the whip. Had to keep my gun tight, cause these niggas is bitch. The nigga mad cause I fucked this shorty. But the nigga kinda mad cause he owed me a short. Money. I seen niggas, they was lurking in the back of the back. I seen them right in the back. It was crazy, I ain't had my strap. And I know they had them a strap. We had to go right after the show. I seen them niggas, they was following me quick. They was right on my shit. Niggas still thought dumping it quick. Niggas sent 5 shots. Ain't hit nothing. Them niggas frontin'. Then I start dumping it back. Then I split. I ain't seen that nigga since. One day I'm on the block, I'm chillin', smoking my weed. These niggas ride past grillin'. Now I see the light stop, seen the car pulled over. And now I see the passenger door open, niggas linked over. I knew it was lit. Now you try to leave me dead on my dick. I gotta go home and grab my shit. Now I'm riding, now I'm thinking all night about that night we made that hit. Damn. We took that money and we took that brick. Man, I think I got set up and shit. My man set me up. Story is crazy, right? There's a lot of shit y'all don't know about me, man. A lot of shit I keep on the low. I don't put on Facebook and none of that shit. You feel me? I'm really in these streets, man. Tone Gambino, the ski mask way. No face, no case. Let's go. I had another dream again. Niggas try to kill me again. Try to kill me again. I had another dream the other day. People try to take me away. They try to take me away. Had another dream again. Niggas try to kill me again. Try to kill me again. Had another dream the other day. People wanna slide my way. They try to slide my way.
Had another dream again. Had another dream again.
I had a dream again.
I think about it every day. Had another dream again.
I had a dream again.
Had another dream again. Niggas try to kill me again.
They try to kill me again.
Had another dream the other day. Niggas try to take me away.
They try to take me away.
Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to Let's Chat Live. My name is Miss Toni. We are so glad to have you joining us this evening. My partner in all things crime will be joining us shortly, Miss Lissha. She is just running a slight behind schedule, but she'll be with us. But we want to thank you guys for joining us anyway. We have a fabulous show on tap tonight with the wonderful guest, Miss Briana Cole. I can't wait to get her up in here in the studio. But before we get started, I want to say welcome once again, and we also hope you had a great Thanksgiving. For those that may be joining us for the very first time, here on Let's Chat, Lissha and I, we started off just celebrating literature because we are avid readers first and foremost. But our show has evolved into so much more than just reading. We celebrate the dopeness of all the arts, no matter what it may be. And it allows our show to include so many people and just to hear the passion behind those things that they are passionate about. And I see my girl has joined us in the studio. But once again, welcome to Let's Chat Live. My name is Miss Toni. Lissha, if you're ready, I'll just bring you on up into the studio. You're looking fabulous. But once again, we have a great show on tap, and we're going to go ahead and bring Miss Briana Cole up into the studio. See what she got going on. Hey, Briana, how you doing?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
We're good. I can barely hear you. Are you next to your mic?
I am next to my mic. You can't hear me?
Okay, that's better. That's
a little better. I didn't want to be all up in the camera,
Well, we want to see your pretty face.
Oh, thanks.
Well, thank you once again for joining us tonight. For those that may not be familiar with you and your work, just tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, my name is Briana Cole. I am an author, actress, screenwriter, filmmaker, motivational speaker, just all things creative arts. That's what I do. I have been in the industry for, about 7-8 years now. Got a number of published books under my name. I actually just had my most recent release on Tuesday, Couples Wanted. So that is my 7th book, I believe. My 7th published book just dropped. So it's been exciting. I've been doing a lot more with my writing. I've been doing a lot of book to film adaptations, kind of stepping into the movie space, acting. I've been on a number of reenactment shows like Fatal Attraction, Snapped, For My Man, Real Murderers of Atlanta, things like that. So yeah, definitely trying my hand with different things in the creative field.
Wow, that's a lot going on, girl. How do you find the time to be so focused in on whatever project you have in front of you?
Girl, I don't sleep, honestly. I'm not even lying to you. I say that and people think I joke, but I'm like, no, I really don't sleep. But it comes. Honestly, I try to prioritize my project. I try my best to, because I'm still doing this. I'm still working full time. I still have a family with 3 kids. It's a lot. I am spread pretty thin, but I really am pouring everything into, my creative endeavors because I really want to see, the success there. And I know it requires work. That's one of the things about being an entrepreneur, right? It's just, you got to put in the work. So, I just try to manage my time as best as I can. I try not to take on too many projects. I try, but I have a great support system and they kind of make sure I stay a little balanced. So.
It's so important, that support system, because sometimes you can just go off and you don't realize how many different directions you're going into. Right. But with that system in place, they can say, hey, Brian, you may want to just pull yourself back from there or focus more on that. But Briana, with you having your hand in so many pots, have you been able to find your niche on where your passion may possibly lie?
Um, my passion is all about. Hey, Lissha. My passion is
Hey.
all about telling a story. Honestly,
Mhm.
telling a story. I whether it's through my pen with my writing or it's through my acting, my performance. I love telling stories. I
Mhm.
love being creative and just weaving these worlds and characters and putting them in and out of this drama and scandal like that is where my focus is. For my books especially, I've gone into the psychological thriller genres and
Mhm.
suspense and things like that, so I find that's what really gets my creative juices flowing. But yeah, it's been definitely a journey. I'm kind of settling into my brand and reestablishing myself from what I used to be when I
Mhm.
first came onto the scene. I used to be an erotic author, and I
Mhm.
definitely kind of got away from that.
Mhm.
That's kind of something I did because I was told that's what would sell. You know what I mean? So I've
Mhm.
since kind of found myself more and delved into more of the books and mediums that I enjoy. So
Mhm. That's
Absolutely.
mhm.
Absolutely. And I got a chance to sit in and have an interview
yeah.
and we sat on like a panel, a really intimate interview. And her energy, y'all, is everything. Shout out to LaJill. I appreciate LaJill Hush, y'all. She gonna be
Yes.
on later on today, but she fortified the opportunity for me to be able to be there for that interview. And y'all, she not saying enough. This one right here not saying enough. She does so much more
Um,
than books. Now, we always talk about a goal moment here. And a goal moment is when thought and execution really come together. And that's when your feet actually move. A lot of times we think
Mhm.
about what we want to do. We're like, oh, yeah, I think I want to do that. But we don't move our feet.
Mhm.
And a lot of times I always say, if God places something in your belly, you have to move your feet when He say move your feet. Or there does come consequences, and you still gonna move your feet, but it just is going to be something different going on than the first time He told you to do it. So when
Mhm.
you decided to go from being an author to being an actress to heading into the film industry, what was that process for you, and what was your experience with each of those milestones?
well, that process, I started out as an author. Can y'all still hear me okay? I wanted to make sure I'm speaking
Mhm.
up loud enough. Okay, good. I started out as an author. I have been writing for so many years since I was about 6 years old. I started out with poetry and greeting cards and trying to see if that was where I wanted to go. Then when I went
Mhm.
off to college, I got my degree with writing and linguistics from Georgia Southern, and I knew then that I wanted to write. I still was trying to find exactly what I wanted to write. I kind
Mm-hmm.
of delved into a little bit with journalism as well, trying to see if I wanted to write for magazines or newspapers,
Right.
or is that
Mm-hmm.
where I wanted to go. And then I found that I thrived the best when I was like all in my fiction space, creating my own stories. And I've
Mhm.
always been a reader. I love to read. So I could really see myself kind of alongside a number of my favorite authors. So I knew
Mhm.
that's what I needed to do. And I appreciate you, even Lissha, when you said that before about that go moment. I love that because it took me a while to kind of find that go moment, for
Yeah.
myself. I
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
had thinking about it, but life happens, right? Stuff gets in the way, things are going
Right.
on, and before you know it, years and years have gone by, and you're like, I still haven't
Mhm.
done anything. So I would want to say
Mhm.
my go moment actually would be when I came across another a coworker of mine, and she was giving out business cards at work about this new book that she just published, and I kind of was
Okay,
like,
co-worker. I know that's
I
right.
know. And I was like, okay. So when I was speaking with her, and I've told her, her name is Shantae. I've told her before, like she didn't even realize it, but she just my interaction with her is what pushed me to, you know what? I
She
need to
was your
get off my
fire
butt
starter.
and do
She
something.
was
Yeah,
Right.
your
I need
fire
to
starter.
exactly.
Mhm.
I need to stop talking about it and start being about it. I kind of
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
like it when you're building a house. It's like you can go all day long saying, I want to build this house and I want this brick and I want this on my carpet and I want these countertops. Well, eventually you gotta put your, like you're saying, your feet to the fire and actually go about building that house and taking that action, executing. So that was my moment for me, and I thank her to this day because I'm like, that's what pushed me. So I went ahead, started my first book. It took me a year to write my first book, and I tried to go about seeing how I wanted to get it published, what was the best, avenue there. Now, at the same time, I was also still pursuing my acting. I've been acting since I was in 7th grade. I got bit by the acting bug. So I kind of was doing some theater and stuff on the side, just a little bit there, just still kind of coming into my own. Mind you, at this point, I'm a mother, I got kids. So sometimes your dreams got to kind of get, on the back
Go to
burner
the
sometimes while you,
wayside.
try to prioritize and get your life together. So I was really able to merge it with when I got picked up by Kensington, my first book, Entice, my wonderful agent suggested that I do a book trailer for the book, and she suggested that I act in the trailer. And I was
That's
like,
right.
girl, you better stop.
That's right. That's right. That's real. That's right.
So that was what, after I flew out to Texas at that point, that was in I think that was in 2018. So yeah, that was in 2018. So that was the summer of 2018 because the book released in in December of 2018. So that summer I flew out to Texas, worked with Entice, her fabulous director. We created a book trailer. I connected with the other actors on set out there, and I was like, you know what? I need to kind of like this, being around these like-minded people who kind of share that same passion. That's fueling my fire,
That's
so.
right.
Boom. As soon as I left from out there, like within the week, I had an agent. I was getting my headshots. I was like, boom, boom, boom. We're doing this. There's no more, no reason to delay. No more excuses. It's like, if not now, when? You know what I'm saying? If not now, when? So I just kind of jumped in everything head first, and I haven't slowed down since.
And it's funny that you said that because I have found just by experience in the last year that when it's time for you to put your feet to that pavement, things come so fast. And it's like you're on a treadmill and the treadmill is on 6 and you like, wait a minute, I need to start back here. And things are just coming. It's like, wait a minute. But it's like, now is the time. And everything just starts falling out. And you're like, wait a minute, listen.
Right.
It's like that wave, once you caught, like you're a surfer, once you caught that wave, it's like, we're going to ride this. I'm not finna, like, this is the stuff that I prayed for. This is what I've asked for. Like, we're not going to slow down.
So true, so true. Briana, you mentioned that at the top of the interview that you started off as erotica author. What was your goal moment with regards to that you rechanneled your writing? Or did you even, what was that moment like, that this is not what I want to do, this is what I want to do?
When I first submitted that book to that publisher, this is when I finished my first book. This is well before 2018 when I got on with Kensington. I started out with an independent publisher at first. She was referred to me by another writer friend. She was looking for some new authors to bring on, this, that, and the other. And I actually submitted a book to her that was more so romance. That's what I submitted to her. She loved it, but she was the one that said, you need a little bit more spice. You need, that's what's going to sell. This is your first time in the literary industry. People don't know you. You got to really, come in hard, establish yourself. So you really need to rewrite this. I mean, keep the same content, but, juice it up a little bit. So I was like, Now, mind you, at the time, this was back in 2015. At the time, I kind of was like, I really didn't want to, but I was, again, like she said, I was new, and I figured she kind of had more knowledge about where I needed to go and what I needed to do to establish myself. So I went with it. So I gave her 2 books, and afterwards, my moment with that was it was a few moments with that when it came to erotica. I was publishing like short stories, and I was like all on social media posting like sex related stuff and giving away sex toys and all that stuff as part of my brand. And I honestly did not like how it was making me feel. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with erotica. I used to read erotica. It's nothing wrong with that. But I did not like being associated as the sex author with my brand, because I felt it was more to me, and I had more of a passion to write about other stuff. So and I knew too it was going to be a turning moment when she wanted another book, like a sequel to those 2 books. She wanted another one, and I was like, no, I don't. I don't want to write that. No, I don't like. I've given you 2 books. I'm sick of those characters. I'm sick of that. Like, I'm sick of that content. It came to the point when I was finishing book 2, I was beginning to dread the sex scenes. I would skip over them. I was like, I don't want to write this. Some more sex. I don't want to write this. So I really felt my fire beginning to kind of extinguish the more I was in that arena. So I kind of had to do some reflection on myself to see what I wanted to be known for, what I wanted to do, and what I was passionate about. Because I haven't read erotica in many, many years. I don't even read erotica anymore. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. But I kind of was like, I don't even read that stuff. I want to write about what I enjoy reading, and hopefully the readers who rock with me will be okay with that. But how am I going to be an erotica author and I don't even like writing sex scenes? Like, where does that
right.
Go? So I had to do some reflection, and I figured it was time. So I left her, and I set about rebranding myself, and I said I'm just gonna go with it, and the ones who are supporting me, they'll be okay with this transition. And if they're not, then that's not my audience anyway. I have to kind of do what I need to do for my career. And that's what I was talking to Lissha about the other day on our panel. Your hope is that people buy into your brand, and not just
you are the brand,
but this brand, so that what Briana Cole, whether she's writing fantasy or whether she's writing this or writing that, I know she's a good author. I like her as a person. I like what she's for. That's right. That's what I try my best to establish.
That's right. It's funny that you mentioned that, because I was just about to bring that up, because you said it in such a way like, listen, I want people that follow me to rock with me on any and everything that I'm doing. Ooh, Brianna, y'all see she in the movie? Yes. Now we going to watch the movie. Right. Her movie was turned into a book. Now we're going to watch that movie.
Yes.
I mean, her book was turned into a movie. Now we're going to watch the movie, because we are supporting everything universally that this author is doing. And a lot of times people want to they look at Facebook and they say, okay, you got 5,000 people following you. I can't even follow this person, or I can't add this person. But listen, you can see their posts. They can have 350 people up under that post liking it. However, that does not mean that them 350 people went out and bought that book, saw that movie, purchased that music, streamed the music. That does not mean that they went and got that magazine article that they are in. Doesn't mean that they did any of that. It just means that they were entertained. And as an author, you're a business, but you are an entertainer as well. But I love that just thought process of yours. Like, follow me wherever I go. Like, whatever I'm doing, we gonna ride this thing till the wheels fall off. We about to go here, and I hope to see y'all everywhere I go. But it's gonna be more than just some books going on. And I think a lot of times people put themselves inside of a box, and they box themselves inside of a corner, even when it comes to their writing, because that's all you're doing. So now people are, okay, well, they about to do this. Oh, they about to do that. But you can't just make yourself just that erotic author. When you evolve, everything about you has to evolve. And I love it. I love how you stood up and was like, I'm not doing that. That is not working right now with what I got going on.
Yeah. Thank you. And I appreciate it. And like I said, it was a transition, and I love how you described it. It's one of those things where it's growth. And that's something that, you grow, you develop, because I would hope that my supporters will want me to continue to grow and get better and better as I, kind of, cultivate and nurture my career and my books and my passion and my craft. And I really hope that, my supporters can see my passion with anything that I touch. It comes through in my work, and that's is they're going to appreciate. So as long as I keep giving you, I'm going to give you something quality. I'm going to give you something good. I'm not going to say you're going to like everything that I do, and that's fair, and that's totally fair. But I really hope at that point, that you can. This is a brand you can trust. You know what I'm saying? And then that's how you
Talk
have
that
that
talk.
longevity. Yeah,
That's
it's like you
right.
have that longevity. So,
That's
So true.
right.
So
Because
true.
go ahead, T.
No, I was going to ask Brianna, how important can you share with our audience how important it is to be able to focus in on something that you're passionate about instead of being told what to write? You know, your creative juices reflect your passion. Can you share how important that is?
oh yeah, it's absolutely important. I feel, we've heard that, age old saying, if you do what you love, you never have to work a day in your life, things like
Mm-hmm.
that. And the way I see it, life is way too short. It's way too short. I think more than anything, 2020 has taught a lot of us that, and in particular, just with my own personal journey, I lost my sister at the top of 2021,
Mm-hmm.
very suddenly. She was 28
Oh
years old.
goodness.
And yeah,
Wow.
thank you so much. And I think more than anything, her death has taught me, just really reinforced the importance of, going after for what you want and loving what you do at the same time, because that is where you are going to really thrive. I don't like to
Mm-hmm.
feel stifled. I don't like to fit into this neat little box of what people, you know what I'm saying? It's
That's
like
right.
expectations of me. It's like, no, I'm my own person. I'm, a creative, and I really want to flourish and do the different things that I want to do. I know
Mm-hmm.
some people have, seen me and they're like, oh, she's doing everything. And I'm like, it's not even a matter of doing everything, but I really have so many different passions that I want to explore. And it's like, if not now, when? I mentioned
Right.
I'm not even sure I touched on it, but one thing that I learned at Georgia Southern, I had a marketing teacher, and we had a talk one day in class, and he asked us, why do we think the Nike "Just Do It" slogan was so successful? And we were like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, because it's kind of simplistic if you think about it. Just do it. It's like it's so
Right.
simplistic, and he said it's so successful because it spoke to everyone. It spoke to
That's right.
everyone. Just do
Mm-hmm.
it, no matter what it is for you. Whether that
Right.
is it, I want to be a
Mm-hmm.
barber. Whether that is it, I want to be an actress. I want to open a
That's right.
restaurant. I want to do, whatever it is, just
Mm-hmm.
do it. It's simplistic, but it's like a call to action. It's almost like a
Mm-hmm.
dare. It's like just do it. Well,
Right.
no excuses. Well, I just do it. Well, I can't.
That's
That's
No,
right.
right.
just do it. just
That's
just
right.
do it. And that's one of those things
Mm-hmm.
that I strive my best to live by, because, as I said, especially with life being so short, you have to the importance of mental health more than anything has really
Yes,
come to the
Mm-hmm.
ma'am.
forefront for a lot of us during
Oh,
these, the
yes.
pandemic times.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
what better way to preserve your mental health and really, make sure that you're okay and at peace if it's not doing what you love? You know what I'm saying? So really
Mm-hmm.
doing what you love, that is where you're going to shine. That's where you'll have that peace. That's where you'll, be able to live freely and live in your own purpose and your own truth. So it's absolutely important, Toni. I mean, I'm telling you,
What's that talk, girl?
I
girl.
know that's right. Now listen, we gonna talk this couples wanted because I started reading the book, and
Girl.
let me tell y'all, I'm not gonna tell y'all about it because it just came out, but it's a whole twist in like the first chapter. I'm just gonna say that
Oh,
it's a whole twist. I'm like, wait, what is this? What I missed? I done missed it. I had to say, get out of here. And that
Girl,
was
if
just the
you
first chapter. That was just the first chapter. The twist is
wait a
there.
minute, Brianna. That's what Lissha's saying. If she can, like, I know if you can get her
Listen,
within the first 5 pages, you got her. But she's
listen,
already talking about it,
if
so
she's
listen.
talking
listen.
about what I know she's talking about, I had a reader who just started the book, audio book, and I sure enough, she said, I'm about to start tonight. I said, okay. Not even 30 minutes later, she said, oh
What?
my God. I was like, what?
Listen,
She said, oh,
listen,
this what we
y'all.
doing. I said, this what we doing, girl.
We pride ourselves on being book bougie. That's my thing, book bougie. And so, I don't read everything only because I find that because I do so much, it's hard for me to read for just to have fun.
Pleasure.
I can do some books, but most of the time I'm really critical on pens. I'm like, I don't like that line. Why does that? So I'm really like choosy on what authors I pick up to read. I have to read with intent. I know what they're gonna give. Listen, so her cover, show that cover, show that cover,
Hold on,
show
y'all
that, show
see
that.
it. Hold on, y'all see this?
Y'all see that?
Girl.
That cover, you know, we like a clean and crisp cover. You know,
That's
we
right.
love them clean and crisp covers, but child, I got to read. And I was like, wait a minute. Because at first I was like, ooh, I don't like her, man. Stop playing with me.
Girl.
So tell us. I want you to tell us tell us as much as you can, because the book just came out. We need y'all to get them one clicks popping, y'all.
Okay.
Audio book. Y'all go ahead on get that Kindle, get those paperbacks. You can hit her website, but
Just get it.
just get it. But
Get it.
let's talk about this couples wanted. Let's talk. Where did the idea come from when you first thought about penning it?
Listen. Oh, wait, first, before I get into that, I saw Don Vinny, I saw he popped up. I love you, Don. I know I saw you pop up. I love you, boo. I love you. I appreciate you supporting and everything. Don's my boo. I love him. But yeah, couples wanted. Let me tell you about all of my books. If anybody knows Briana Cole, you know I have a very a signature with how I do things. I do have a signature, and one thing that readers can appreciate in my books is that they're all kind of the same universe. You know what I'm saying? I kind of do like a Marvel type of thing. So my books, you'll see characters from previous books kind of pop up here and there. All my books can be read as standalone, but they're kind of interwoven. So you know they're part of the same universe. So the couple it's about Bridget and Roman, and Bridget and Roman actually came from the marriage past. In fact, they were getting married in the marriage past. The main characters in that book were actually going to their wedding. So I knew I wanted to do something else with them. You got newlyweds here, you know, we can have some fun. So they just kind of, you know, came into their own. They started, that's the beautiful thing about the creative process. They start telling you their own story. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a vessel, and they just get to talking, and I just write it down. But so it's about Bridget and Roman, very, very adventurous. In the first chapter, you see how adventurous they are. So they like to do things spicy, you know, keep it going. So through a work connection with Bridget, they're introduced to this other couple, Corinne and Patrick. And Corinne and Patrick are kind of quite the opposite of our main characters there.
Yeah.
But it's definitely different. But something is, you know, quite intriguing about them and the particular lifestyle. They're actually swingers. Yeah. They're actually swingers, and they invite Bridget and Roman into the community. You know, it's adventurous. Let's try it, this, that, and the other. And let's just say it's not without its consequences, because Corinne and Patrick get a little possessive, you know, and there's a little bit more at play there. But I love the character arcs, you know, throughout this book, because both of our couples learn a lot about each other and a lot about themselves throughout the book. And it makes for a very, very entertaining and educational read. You know, I pride myself on entertaining, but also increasing awareness about, you know, certain things that people may not be privy to. You know, hey, let's talk about it. I'm not afraid. You know, I'm no filter here. I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about. And so I really, really love their narratives. And in fact, Entice loved it so much. She loved Couples Wanted. We're trying to see about, we may have this option for a movie. So yeah, she loved this title. She loves the characters. So I'm anxious to see, you know, what we do with Couples Wanted. But just know the story doesn't end here, because we really explore some new and interesting topics, and it's some narratives that need to be told, you know, not just through the book medium, just period. So yeah, I'm excited about Couples Wanted.
Wow. Well, it sounds exciting, but for those that may not have picked up a Briana Cole book, can you tell them what type of experience they can expect with something penned by Miss Cole?
Yes, you can expect. I've said before that I like to stimulate on all levels. I mean, mentally, physically, emotionally. Like you are getting. It's not just a read; it's an experience. That's what I like to say. It's an experience. I really
Mm-hmm.
try to immerse you into the story, into these characters, and I feel that my acting background really helps with that. I've had some supporters actually tell me my books always read cinematic, and I just love that because that's the intent. I really want these to come alive. And one thing
Mm-hmm.
about me is that, as I said before, I like to entertain as well as educate, and I am very unconventional. I am unconventional. I am. I like it. I wear that badge with pride. I am unconventional, and I love it. And like I said, it really makes for one of those engrossing type of experiences that's going to keep you reading and going to keep you coming back for more and more. And like, what else? What else do you have? Like, what else?
Mm-hmm.
The book dropped Tuesday, and I've got people DMing saying, when's your next book? And I'm like, wait a minute, let's let this breathe for a second.
Right?
Let this breathe. I'm getting there. It's hard to write a 75,000 word book.
It's
Listen,
not easy.
stop playing.
Yeah.
Stop playing. Now
But
you've been
I'm
in the
glad.
industry. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
No,
You've
I'm
been
just
in
saying,
the
but I'm
industry.
glad. I'm glad people are enjoying it. I'm glad it's
Mm-hmm.
really making readers begin to question, begin to ask those questions and start that dialogue that they may not have
Right.
originally started,
Hmm.
and having those conversations. Like if y'all sat in on some book clubs that I've sat in on, going over these books that I've written, Marriage Past, Wives We Play, and all that, it's some really stimulating conversation. Like
That's
we
right.
getting hot and heavy in it. Like it's like that. So I love that. That's what keeps me motivated though.
Good.
And
Awesome.
just like in relationship, especially women being the majority readers in the market,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Mm-hmm.
we have to be mentally stimulated.
Oh
And
yeah.
when you have books that stimulate conversation like that, relationship, love, life,
Yep.
whatever, you're always going to have people to, there's something to chew on
Right.
through that experience of reading.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Mm-hmm.
you've been writing for many years. You've been in the industry for so long. Um, and you've written for a publisher, you've written independently. So I'm going to ask you a few questions, and just in regards to um, the, whether you're going to be independent or publishing. I want you to drop some jewels on both sides, like a pros and cons type situation.
Yeah, of course. I think it's all a matter of what you want for your particular author journey. I know authors on both sides of the coin. I know self-published authors who are banking six figures easily, and I know traditional published authors who are doing the same thing. So I really think it's just a matter of exactly what you want to do and what you see for your journey, and
Mm-hmm.
and how you kind of want to progress there. So if you decide to go the self-publishing route, just know that it is going to be a lot more upfront, but it is going to
Mm-hmm.
be a lot more of the benefits on the back end because you keep
Mm-hmm.
100%, so where you
Mm-hmm.
are forking over all the money for your cover design, for your line editor, for your formatter, for your, everything that you decide to do,
Mm-hmm.
then marketing, all of that stuff, yes, it's going to be a little more out of pocket up front, but again, you'll reap the sole benefits on the back end there if you
Right.
decide to go the self-publishing route. Okay. And if you
Mm-hmm.
decide to go the traditional publishing route, it's one of those things where it's going to require not financial but more of a time investment up front for you to
Mm-hmm.
query your agent, your publisher, trying to make sure you're a good fit, and just know that they are going to get a percentage of your royalties on the back end, for bringing your book to market. But
Mm-hmm.
the pro in that regard, which I found the most beneficial, is the wider distribution. I feel the
Mm-hmm.
traditional publishing route allows me to, get into different rooms and doors and
Right.
opportunities that I may not
Mm-hmm.
have otherwise been able to on my own, and it's about, like I mentioned before, Lissha, it's about having that team, kind of on board
Mm-hmm.
with you so that
Right.
you
That's
can
right.
on your particular strengths, you know. So you have,
Mhm.
I have a publicist, and this is their strength. You know, I have
Mhm.
my agent, and this is what she does, and then I have my publisher with my editor and them, this is what they do, and then here I
Mhm.
am, and this is what I do. In all
Mhm.
across the board, however you decide to get your books to market, whether that's self-publishing, traditional, or otherwise, just know that the hustle is not going to stop. Like, it's still your baby, it's still your
Mhm.
baby, and you're gonna be the one. Like I said, I still sell books out the trunk of my car. Like, I for real, like
Mhm.
Tupac, like, I for real.
Awesome.
Like, that doesn't stop just because I have a publicist doing my marketing. I still do my own marketing as well, but we kind of are going hand in hand, and it's just not
Mhm.
just, you know. So again, just decide what's best for you. Weigh the pros and cons. Do your research regardless. And at the end of the day,
Mhm.
just as long as you can sleep at night and you're fulfilled and you're satisfied, that is what's important. You're at peace with whatever you
Mhm.
decide to do. That's what's the main thing. That's the main thing.
Absolutely. Now we
Awesome.
like to do something a little fun here on Let's Chat. You haven't been on in a minute. You haven't
Okay.
been on in a minute. So I don't know. I'm not. I just introduced that we're gonna have a fun question. I don't know what it is. That's what Miss Tony do.
Uh-oh.
That's what Miss Tony do. That's not even part of my pay grade. I'm just
Okay.
saying. So if you got some pearls, I don't know if you should clutch them or just put them on the nightstand. But I just want you to know when
Oh
they be on.
no. Oh gosh.
Go ahead, T.
Well, Brianna, thank you so much for joining Lissha and I tonight. We know you have a busy schedule. You know, you have a million and one things that you could possibly be doing, but we want to thank you for sharing your time with us. Now, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm not going to put you too much on the spot. But
Okay.
Lissha and I, we have a virtual Let's Chat garden with so many different objects that are in that garden. We have trees, we have rocks, we have benches, we have flowers, we have what? We have plaques,
Music,
we have
plaques, music.
music, we have some of everything. But we want you to add to our virtual garden what would represent Miss Briana Cole, and everyone would know when they visit our garden, that's Brianna sitting over there.
Oh, oh goodness. What can a garden? What can I add?
It could be
I would like
anything.
to add, if it's okay, with permission, I would like to add some kind of body of water, maybe a gentle stream, something, you
Okay.
know, a gentle stream. I feel that water is cleansing. Just the sound of water is the ambiance. You know, the ambiance is what is stimulating, that, you know, that nurtures peace, and is
Mhm,
symbolic. You know, and
mhm,
me personally, I love being next to water. Like, anytime
mhm,
that I, you know, have to get away, whether it's to a lake or to a beach or wherever, you know, I feel that
mhm,
I need to be next to the water. So I would love to add a nice little stream there, nothing rocky, just nice, gentle, mellow, so that when people come into your beautiful garden, they can really just have that escape and that sense of peace and serenity.
Leash,
Absolutely.
that's our first body
That's
of
our
water.
body of water. Yeah. And
Okay,
it's
We
well, now
don't
you
true.
have,
have a stream.
Yeah.
we have
Now
no
we have a
water.
stream. Now we need more landscaping. We need more landscaping because she done opened up. She done opened it up.
That's right.
Yes.
We so appreciate you coming to kick it with us, sharing your time, your space, your energy. We want you to shout out all of your social media where
Yes.
everybody can get your book and any events that you have coming up.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes, you can find me, of course, on my website, brianacole.com. That's one N, BRIANACOLE.com. I like to, you know, I like to boast just a little bit that you can Google me, and I'm all over. I've really tried hard with my SEO, just making sure that I'm up there on those Google pages. So Google Briana Cole, and I do come up. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at B Cole Author, and I'm even on TikTok, Briana Cole 3. I was like, so follow me wherever. I do respond. I do, you know, chat back. I love to network. I love to connect with folks. Tell me you love my book. Tell me you hate my book. Just tell me, hey, you know, I'm definitely one. I love it. I really do. That's what keeps me going as well. As far as events that I have coming up, I'm in the middle of trying to make sure we get this distribution solidified for pseudo. So I've kind of put my events on hold for just a little bit because I am in the middle of, like I said, getting the distribution for Pseudo. I'm writing the pilot of a TV series, and I'm writing a Christmas movie as well that someone has inquired about. So I may be able to pitch that stuff. And I just turned in book 8, and I have an outline for book 9 due in January, right after the holidays. So your girl is busy. The girl, they keep me busy over here, but it's a good busy.
That's right. That's right.
Awesome,
That's right.
awesome.
Well, we so appreciate you. You know, you are welcome back anytime.
Yes.
Anytime. Thank you so very much, Briana, and I will talk to you soon.
All right. Love you, ladies. Thank you.
Bye. Make sure they go click that. I got my one click on Lissha.
Yes. Listen, y'all, first chapter, you're going to be like, wait a minute. Now, we're not just going to pass that like we ain't see what we just saw. Like, wait a minute. That wasn't even hinted to. But yes, it's fabulous, y'all. Make sure y'all go get that. All right, we're going to take a brief break, but don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. 3 minutes. We appreciate y'all spending time with Let's Chat. We're going to take a brief break, and we'll be back with our next guest. Have a great day.
See ya.